we don't intend as much say wamaye Aboboyaa you say ambulance. Then he explained further say no any ambulance by a form mode of transportation.
President Mahama Uganda anymore.
How?
Because in their manifesto, okay, free primary health care. Na a campaign message. Only omokaso MPP for some Musumuko JB. Politics of equalization. Musumuko JB. Na MPP and a campaign promise. Yeah, campaign promise. No. And they say, you buy be making sure say your health system near the Echina brand. And you buy, you know, and you maybe why you crying kaya campaign, you know. So I say, and you maybe why, yeah. Then a campaign, a friend saying, message, friend saying, message crown, and I'm manifesto. No. So I say, but in Crawford, a year campaign, at the free one when he a year, Sani and him say, Aboboyaa and Pragan or Cotabre, and Moto.
Well, I see, what kind North a coin.
Okay, granted. Almost say a coin. So you ask them. Nanado Danko Kufado ni MPP. Drip machines. You ask them. That question. No. Me can say a coin ni wa. No be say drip machine because all district are Ghana. Nane Kufado eto machines are yemfan chakwa. Yemfan yakwa. Nti o ma wo friend saying back on your friend saying back who o ma wo is excavator and as a grader. Omawo ye tipa machine bi omawo sa area
bulldozer
sort of say ye ma sa nneoma we nyina bi ye say adwea na eta ekire ni say ye mpese obi be kase na akwan ye den enye wo krom ha iti every district bi ya mouse this equipment it is a wo kwan eso nye eso aye rough na enye mo trouble for eye omamfo a fa sa de ne ye den ekopa so na enye mo trouble ye den e ma omamfo. It's a year bisa say, sa drip machines na one. Nkrofo na CHIDI, and I say, nkrofo no almost say a machines. And I'm told, say bebre na nye juma. E bi kra mpo de, omutumi de ye juma ma. Fu e wom kra na yeden, etume sa. Na akwakwa to eya ase na akofa asema yeden, abre machines. One typical example here be quite there. One typical example here be quite. In some machines ni kwan say ekwada ase kra o by nne ene na ekoso ene bebre na ene ase just 1 year in office all this air machines no you ba na be katam say no nti ekwan ni wonti makofa pragia ene Aboboyaa ne event e de aba say yemfa nko ye rural communities anaso rural communities no omomu nya some modern year enya
na me kra na me busa me ho say
munya say na enya
na me busa me ho say say insurance package being war this Aboboyaa and I say Aboboyaa because so share the way healthcare system is city. Now we heard during COVID some promises were made. Now we heard some of them were never fulfilled in terms of say we a front worker and then you had issues. Now we heard maybe we are seeking modernization. I'm busa say for now say what health worker be confer this Aboboyaa say or the core outreach akoye dwuma na bibi kosi kwan so a what is the plan for such health worker because all this while ni nyina no maintain this communication
yes no will be President Mahama say ni
enu achi ni mama ka we na ka ni nyina bom enu achi no if Mercedes Benz and am kwan we so as ambulance na break it down how long would an Aboboyaa ebe last in this our terrain of road he dey Aboboyaa kwa akofa so
enti ohun these are the critical questions I will see bisa President Mahama. Na e ka chen say ne buntu me befu yen. Because ye tie baby.
Yes na bufo na ye
misplace. So I say because they na obu befu Ghana for. Because ye nim say Aboboyaa na dey bra ne pragia. Because in this year 21st century now also kofa bibia bra a wentumi amfa modernize. And na modern dey was abrofo no kro mo wo. E some small car bi wo ho a eno kra na service da eyi ni bi. And we will say health friends and practitioners in a bit. Nobody are quite. Aboboyaa na ho den yesi. Moto nso na ho den yesi. you see President Mahama and the NDC for am I confused no mo ti akonya so am I confused uko ka na mo kokotu and MPP what is MPP ye share manifesto ye ka se ye be ma eye health care system in Ghana ejina ne nan so and na ye so the ka sa asem it will make think outside the box I'm not to rent and buy shall say CCC hospitals ama Ghana and I impo MPP buy no ye buy since independence people am kroma penso bepem eye John Mahama ofri so the first one 2016 na ambulance wo Ghana hanum nya na 54 na Akufo-Addo buy and o se there be ade a asefem into every constituency also onya ambulance to che ambulance bako and every constituency and o side be kokosi regional levels stadium near the ade it's your crab 308 307 ambulance in the back room bepem ne me no kaze egusu ye
I think so it's over 400 because when you add the haze now
yes.
we count now.
Yes.
Latter part of 2024 they brought in some
almost
haze.
Is it Mr.
Toyota
Bush?
haze.
Mr. Bush be cry me who
Okay, I've seen the haze but I haven't seen me.
So that's I know him say confirm not chin and
okay.
So that's it you can clearly see say ye buy no ye fagana for apomudin as one of our topmost priority.
The President Mahama say friends preventive care. Yeah, my own yare answer. See I hey near Cobantma market. Yeah, be check him nyina. Is it not shifting a burden from obi obe yare? Won say yare o yare a ne kono
MPP so na ye wo annual friends is it free BB checkup annually. Dr. Aboboyaa is it Aboboyaa Kuma or Da Costa ana ne watch no mo e dey sad ye ne e buy. It ye no so wunim so yare a wunim. Ohodo do wa sori anopa wunim. Obi na mfiri echi me check hu so wo yare ana mebo. O sori anopa so bibi nkoye wo video no mo. Woni the first person na wo ye den. Wo te wo video no. It ye na me hu mfame a. O mi hu se me ha na dodo me meti na ye me ya. Obi wa how to me fa akira na wakọ eye pharmacy. Ene ye monka ne se ye mbie pharmacy bebree. Ana mebo. Because obi bie pharmacy na ende se ndi si omo wina no a. Ne ho dodo na obu afa eye pharmacy.
That will be self medication.
So ta say wokọ pharmacy se na wakọ explain ya kire the medical practitioner say ebia me ha na ye de eye me ya ba wo say oni akoro emfa ne say wo bantama ha say na okọ eye rura eye outreach na okọ eye ekura bia say wafa moto etu moto no pum e de akọ ekura bia say wo bantama no say wo enemu amwo ha no nyina momra na me check him how eye den ye adwuma eye den ye adwuma. You can clearly see the President Mahama and the NDC. Adjei kwabna minta kando on the kasa sa. Jomu hudi omunye okrumpa. Omu hudi omunye okrumpa. Iti President Mahama yenka tese na ande bufu na Adjei na enye ambulance na de wo no de yede. And drip machines na wo yede. Because it's full aba from anamebo. It is a full crab from mpa. Ekade na wo say ye. Ehwe full ani gu machines na Akufo-Addo ni MPP de ba ye no. Na ki pakwan no so ye hu se ye dey ye bibi okuma ba wo jam machine na gufie e na wo sa be ka tren say ya kwan ye it now what is the purpose for a machine na fa so e wo machine so no it President Mahama with all due respect say bufuo ne de say wo bi a de be kono so say adenti agana fa akoka say ambulance it wo buafu na nsema wo ka okrom ha na bi ni onsema President Mahama ka okrom ha na bi ni itienei DNC iti wo buy cramp no na Akufo-Addo wa hye bibia se o me makasa in the history of this country minim president obeba obetumi ka say we see hospitals scratching na Akufo-Addo se ye ya adwen se enya bro ene ye bedi Ghana na ndisi fo enya bro no mo so bedi Ghana the hospitals or chase no president since independence na ye bi no president but na ye just anyoma ni nyina kan rem and na ye say Aboboyaa obi yare en fan to Aboboyaa so fan to Okadachi all because mashe hobo je wo say me ye no biara ma Ghana na wo hwa ade ba ko ewo mu a om say the rural communities and I mean okase na Akufo-Addo ni Dr. Baumia dwen konkan say ye rural communities no ebia ye ntumi nye quota ni nyina ntumi ya akwan ni nyina at the spot. It is here the machines we aba. Minya de bi a friend drip. It is a friend say zip line. That zip line, the issue is the rural communities. Obi wo ho a na wakɔ the nearest by a health facility. Ne yɛsɛ bi a eduro bi a open ebi ni hɔ. Ye wɔnyɛ bi a owu. Iti afi na wonye bi wɔ hɔ no, your mama sɛ yɛmfa no ntu moto to. Yɛmfa no kɔ ekurom anaasɛ yɛmfa no nkɔ. Anaasɛ yɛmfa moto mfa health practitioner no, no ntu no vuu. Sɛ ɛnyɛ nkuro nketewa no mu nyinaa na yɛbɛtumi akɔ. Nti yɛbɛyɛ ne sɛ yɛmfa adeɛ bi mmra a yɛbɛfrɛ no zipline. Drones no ɛbɛkɔ ekuro nketewa no mu. Ɛno no obi kɔ the nearest health facility na ne eyi a ɔde kɔɔ hɔ no ano ahyi na eduru a ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde ma no saa mmerɛ no yɛnni bia. This drone eyi a ɔde baeɛ zipline eyi a ɔde baeɛ ɔmo tumi bɔ na yɛwɔ baabi a yɛastore saa nnuro no nyinaa no ɔkaeɛ within a twinkle of an eye na ɔmo process. Wobɛhu sɛ wobɛte w'ani na drone no aba bɛgyae ato that health facility no. Nti ogya to hɔ a na yɛde ayɛ den yɛde afa yɛde aboa wo nua koro no na yɛsave na ne yɛnya ne nkwa. And then me no kase one typical example Asaman Kese in the eastern region, and I have the videos here. Ɛdeɛ na esi wɔ hɔ. Okɔ Asaman Kese a ɔmo sɛ na ɔpemfo bi ɔda owuo ne nkwankwa nta so. And eduru a ohia no na ohia no instant. Yɛntumi mfa moto ana pragea nkɔnkɔgye drone ne sanfa mba yɛbɛba no wɔwu. But Dr. Bawumia drone zipline a ɔde baeɛ no etumi save ne gye ne nkwa ɛwɔ Asaman Kese. Ebio inyere si ɛwɔ eastern region kwa no so a otra nkɔkɔ hɔ kakra. Papa bi okɔ afuom ɔkɔɛ na aboaten akɔka no wɔ ɛka no ɔka no no ɔmo pagya no nipa mbrɛ ni yɛde ne kɔɔ the health facility ɛden ɛbɛn no. Yɛde ne kɔɔ yɛsɛ ɔwɔ aduro no ebi ni hɔ. Wonim sɛ saa hɔ no ɔmo ntumi install saa ɔwɔ aduro no. Iti okay ɛne yɛde ne yɛbɛyɛ. Yɛmfa na nto pragea so. Anaasɛ okada anaasɛ ɛfɛn sɛ Aboboyaa yɛmfa na ntum sɛ yɛtu no hwii de na yɛden akɔ hospital kɛse mu. Ne mom ɔmo ma ne da hɔ ɛrelaxe ɛna ɔmo bɔɔ ne pepa. Ntempa ɛna drone no zipline yi na Dr. Bawumia de baeɛ no ɛde ɔwɔ drone no bi yɛ den efiri baabi efiri yɛ den ɛde baeɛ ɛna ebi gya to facility hɔ ɛna yɛde wɔ papa no. Ɛnna me no kasa yi papa no te ase a wodi adanse wɔ saa drone no. Doctor bi a whole medical doctor a friend Dr. Isabella Amisi wɔsi wɔnhyia saa zipline drone delivery na go wie. Iti wɔn Dr. Bawumia dwene kɔnkan sɛ yɛntumi nkɔ all the rural areas mprempren ɛnyɛ ɔmo akwan nyinaa ma wɔ mu. Iti yɛmfa saa deɛ wɔ mu. But Dr. Bawumia de ba no wotim deɛ ɔmo kan ɔmo say saa drone no yɛde betwitwa sɛbi mmaa de gye. Iti wo a wodware wobɛhu sɛ yɛde drone nafa soro krɛ ne yɛbɛtwa wɔ adegye mu na yɛde ato social media no so. Ɛno na NDC foɔ ka kyerɛ yɛn yi o. But today ɔmo baa wonim sɛ drone no magu. Drone system no zipline no wonim sɛ ɔmagu. Ashanti region deɛ wonim baabi esi. Ɛwɔ Mampɔn. Ɛfrɛ no efrɛ kuro no so Empanya. Ɛnɛ saa deɛ ne nyinaa ni hɔ. Ɔmagu no. Ɛnɛ wokɔ eastern region a ɔmena ko so wonim hɔ. Mfimfini hɔ na ɛnɛ wokɔ hɔ a no so ɔmagu. Ɔmagu the drone system no wɔ kurom ha. Iti ɛnɛ nkurɔfoɔ no bɛka kyɛn sɛ ɔmagu drone system no ɔmo kɔ use pragea ɛde a transporting nnuro. Ɔmo kɔ use okada ɛde ama health practitioners ɔmo de akokɔ nkurase. Ɔman wɔ yɛbɛduru ha. Ɛyɛ dɛn yɛbɛduru ha. Ɛyɛ dɛn yɛbɛduru ha. A wo nyɔnko adwene akɔ nkan. Wode wɔ sɛ pragea ne okada. So you can clearly see say saa nkurɔfoɔ wɔ nyinaa no ɔmo nwene nkɔ nkan. Let me use that word. Because if say ɔmo betumi think ahead. Nka ɔmo ka nkyɛn sɛ nyame adom Dr. Bawumia san dwene ɔne ɛyɛ na nado danko akufo ado dwene yɛ no. Ɔmo san de ade bi baa ne yɛfrɛ ne drip machine. Say yɛmpɛ sɛ district bi bɛwɔ kurom ɔbɛka sɛ n'akwan yɛ den. Ɛnyɛ papa. Iti sɛ yɛntumi nka so kɔ ta akora mpo a yɛbɛtumi atwa so na ayɛ more trouble for the communities. But ɛnɛ drip machines ni nyina no so. Ti President Mahama, we bufuo no channel baby for na fako. Because Ghana food dika. Say obi the drip machine aba. Wo de oba also the pragya. Na onim say omo ba ye nye pragya nkwa na omo de ama the health you know. Omo de pragya no bi san koma police. Omo say ye fa no so sama police for. Na police for san ye patrol crew. Bebia ewiase akoduro no 21st century. Bebia ye wo yi. Ye say pragya. Iti NDC for ne de MPP peja oman no kwa animu be 30 years a. Na ya sign minimbo nsam kwa ya osan jeje Ghana for. No assign ama ya ko form aba. No ma sign ya titi oman na kwa echi be 50 to 100 years. God your mo ye. Titi nsam no. Ye friend Bejimi Bren. E ho na NDC says omdi akwa. Because and ewiase baby eko technology, advanced technology. And na ye ti hey make say obi betumi achim no baby adane no. And na me ti hey Saturday white na me obi betumi adane na ye green blue. Technology aba. Ti wo de onkopɛ technology ni bi ma. Ni fa nhwe eye health system. Na wo ba ye health system be BMPP putting in place and it's egu no. Unu sa zip lines wo egu no. And ye de a friend saying this e-health e ba ye lips no. I just say me ba konfa nochi a yare we na me de ba konfa nochi a. Me kɔ Kumasi South and Atonsu Agogwa. Me kɔ I was so mutumi ehunu yare a me de ba konfa nochi. Da me de ba ye medication o me de ma me. And no mobile side no masem. If pharmacy no cry dey who the light of the day. Ma ba to baby. Go ye ne say, ye ma wo mre. It is a woko konfanochi kwa agogo woko hihi. Na ye trade robi mawa. Ye the system bi aba. Ye combine all pharmacies woko on one common platform. It woko ni ebo para mawo. Ye se para na kokoto nanum na wonto wa. Enko chinchini enko baby ya. O se fa wo phone no. Na bossa eduro ko ne yeden. Eto eye system ne so. Pharmacy a wo bi no obepeja ne nsa na waka se ebia me wo eye eduro ne bi yeden e wa ha sei na ebia ne boy 20 cedi sene anase ye ba ne aba be yede aba beje sika simple ye ma system ne mu aye but today nkrofo ne ba ye no o megu ne nyina ene Ghana ye wo echi ene Ghana wo echi ma sai bibia wo iti President Mahama, with all due respect obufu na ye Ghana for so na wo so de ba ne mum ti asese ye to drip machine gu ho wa na wo kra de koye campaign o the President Mahama no na de koye campaign ye Ghana for sika na ye de koto ye nti uko hu se MPP ni bi poster bo a why free on ye wo sika na on kai President Mahama after over bi su okrum over bi su okrum has wa koto prage aba Ghana for say ambulance na onyon kokoto 307 to 400 ambulance by okrum we hu aba catch say friend say nye friend say ambulance nemum health ayeyi na no crampo just imagine how safe and am I health practitioners nti assuming so ko bush pa typical village akoduru ho na this pragia bibia kwa akoto na obaye den aba pragia na ho odin yes even imponko omuka say imponko kra hurita na wo fu cars kra ye papa no kra no ese wo kwam na pragia ono ne taye 3 na moto ono ne na ye 2 ebe dey okrum iti President Mahama ya to machines egu ho ukra de obedi na de no obobra o eja wo japade iti ukra de se ka utumi ye de chain no ba wo japade ni eja wo no wo ye di hu sika no masa ya ka so wo fa mobra ba wo fa bobra papa edi ja iti wa ma machines na ka ukra de ka ba ye usifuela osina usifuela ba for manamboa utofu egu machines no ye ntwa Ghana for kwan se eye mo trouble la Ghana for be fa so nti with time and so cool time ye de be kaso na de ayede kaso awo ba e o san be complain amna ye jaw e japade sei iti uni any excuse say obeye oba be munamuna kire yan okru ateye
Well,
and damai issue
well, okay, mame can kakra about this Aboboyaa and then free healthcare no because me will be personal view I want to share. After that, and then we can move on to the Damai and then the borehole.
borehole
Yeah.
so damai for no more
Sure. This is what I have to say about free healthcare. President Mahama de Abano. On say, see a share Mahama the political appointees our appoint here. One of the most people are ordinary be call in terms of say ordain Mahama be call a position he will not be favorable to the eyes of Ghanaians. Ura friend say Minta Kando Eka Hubi. Why do I say this? This is somebody he's too political to the sense at some point, who said way will if not broken, why fix it? Why am I saying this? Her limbs. Limbs was the best initiative in terms of healthcare. Say what yenum say no ye die ma me no chi ye die ye papa no chi de hospital because of their age. Until we know what was going on. At some point they could do stage B. Ebia the time or they be call for review and so on. But in a different district, we are in different community. You call different hospital, they're able to trace the medication and then continue from there. Even to the extent that sometimes they're able to call a certain doctor and then communicate with them, say, oh, this patient have come here. Yeah, who said this was his records? What is the best way to treat him? And then they are able to continue. Such a system is working. Now, now your understanding of percentage, and they say, Nana, say, Ufa Kwalebu, Ufa Konfanochi, hospital, Ufa 37. Ubetim de akwa akototo sebi Eburaso Health Center. Ubetim de akwa akototo Apatrapa Health Center. This man lumped them into one. Say hospital say 500. But virtue say limbs for a year 250 or my 50%. Forgetting say the work to be done at 37, the work to be done at Konfanoche is almost 5 times or even sometimes 20 times bigger than these health centers. Ubaya na ubegu limbs, say ubaya say names or whatever, start with G, Ghana, which is, I don't know the name even to call it. As at now, that software is still local. They are not able to your friend say interconnect with other hospitals. Even most of the big hospitals, as at now, so Confanocha is not entirely rolled out. Because now no matter to issue the card system now, you're able to swap. They are still issuing paper card at the Confanocha for some department as at now. And this thing was really, really working. Zipline. Then I was starting here. Zipline is one of the best ideas in Africa because of remote areas. There are some places this is ultra canoe. So it means say Aboboyaa be the canoe there can hold there. Such people they also deserve health care. Obetimi akwa fuom na wo hwe fuom mo yam especially than buying as for no when you go for this their yam farming now work out they died like cattle. But with this introduction of Zipline, it really came down in terms of say, now as a president, I was saying yesterday, say Mahama anger was a misplaced. I said, angry with the health minister Akando. Why am I saying this? I say, a friend say, health minister, unim say a system working, we don't fix a system working. Rather, you improve upon it. But I'm not surprised. Unim, Akando was sitting on national TV and he was arrogantly and then so wrong, say he didn't even know the definition of autoimmune. He thought, say, autoimmune meant, say, will be asymptomatic. And then he was so arrogantly wrong and believed himself. So autoimmune, just say, oh, yare, that's the meaning of autoimmune. Now, President Mahama, Obama be first such a person, so advisor on health. Now, confirmed as a health minister. Who expected anything better? Who himself, Aboboyaa would buy Kabananka President Mahama Kasano. Now, say he talk about a package for them in terms of because a friend says something and yet risky to drive Aboboyaa, to drive a motorbike. As at now, the package for insurance because Kaya President Kufuado COVID by I don't know why he did. On himself COVID COVID can't obusu nyina be so what did President Mahama Kufuado do in order to incentivify or first or more be say we are be more incentive for say we are front worker now we devote to ho akoye na bibi to wa there's insurance package for you as at now I say then I want to know this Aboboyaa what insurance is on them. Is it comprehensive? Say be me nwa keto bi a nurse ni ma boka na ko nursing training college. Okay? Na ya posting no. Na okotena Aboboyaa we mu say o de kwa this work. Na bibi to no. What is the insurance package for her?
The issue is baby in home. Grow mu no police.
Bibi ani ho. Anu achi no And I'm we are no abem. I say you blackmail health workers into submission. Do you know why? When they say this free care is going to be voluntary, guys come anywhere. But do you know what they added to it? So be voluntary no. Now do say pursue health workers, we will put you at priority. So many new one, I'm forced to go and do it because I want to be posted as a health worker. Because me tell you now upon Aboboyaa okay say any comprehensive insurance be any ho no eco premier mini package bi a na me choose say me nkoboa me nkoye bi a. Right now no president am ate say so be volunteer as a health worker na do say you pursue you will be prioritized. It is an another volunteer na me volunteer na be prioritized. I me volunteer irrespective of say this thing can be dangerous to my health. So I think say President Mahama, your anger was misplaced. If you want to be angry, I would say be angry with your health minister because no normal way is putting you in the position it's not helping this country. This is what I have to say. And Nana, you are allowed to.
KWESI answer na Nana beba no.
I go see na kwesi ama.
KWESI.
But that free Janet
Na me share ni pushing now. I was like, I said the communicators need disappointing, and I don't fault them.
It's not about communicators. I think say like I was saying, it's the health minister himself.
Maybe it looks say okay NDC for communicators. Now we lady be submission or Adom FM. Name me yamano. I say information born man, they don't have it. They are not abreast. Ultimately, because then the president teaching will say, "Ebeko the private areas in America na Aboboyaa no team. Eko come o kwan finfin bi. That's a hono bibi car be extra go so obeko hono ma. Insurance man ebeko va in case say abo bi free mu ebe attack na.
And I said na make can introduce something new. There must be incentive. Incentive no and said you can say blackmail say obey na ye pursue incentive ni say okay ye the Aboboyaa ba. It said there's risk in riding this Aboboyaa. It said this motorbikes there's risk in riding this motorbike. So health workers some use if anything should happen unforeseen, nobody said it should happen, but we know we are humans.
Okay, say enya Aboboyaa in case said these nurses ne ko sa areas more no mo kono bi in a serious and as a critical condition ma. That's what Aboboyaa no de ko na some of any van in back room. This is the time they need to make sure say zip line is back to I will say operational because the next thing you could do baby no say baby will be do no. So be very serious critically. Do and find a human only also be free primary health care. But what anything now opportunity and one will be to me the abuano. Say zip line or login now can in pay. They can connect you to a doctor in any need come. Could do on no or yes I didn't a drone never bano. It's a zip line that needs to deliver. Because have free primary health care no connect you to a doctor now. We are a drone one at the baby. This is the time we need a zip line. And it's our drip machines now. And another question. What's it because areas in one by AD private? And then I want your coin, drip machines, moving you coin, so now we shape coin come. Send a bear, ambulance with my alcohol.